How you doing, guys? This video is pretty much going to be to help people out looking for ideas on how to market equipment, things along that line for landscape companies. When I started off, I looked all over YouTube, marketing videos. There's a million of them. Half of them are garbage. You pretty much got to try a lot of your own things to figure out where you're going to go, what's going to work, what's not. But YouTube is very, very helpful in finding a lot of those ways. As far as marketing goes, well, you know what? Let's start off small. You want to start landscaping. To get into the company, to get into the business of doing landscaping, some people run right out there and buy the best of the best equipment, or what they think the best is. Maybe they've done landscaping in the past. Maybe they've tried different things, and they like certain pieces of equipment. Skag makes great equipment. Snapper is great equipment, which is made by Ferris. Ferris is also great equipment, obviously. There's right standers. There's so many different kinds, and you can research it all day. A lot of people make a lot of great equipment, and it really depends on what the most of your business base is going to be. If you're going to do more commercial, more residential, then there's different types of equipment that apply to those things. Plain and simple, the point I'm getting at is buy used. There's a lot of used equipment on Craigslist, all over the place. Go look at it. If you don't know what you're looking for, take somebody with you that knows. You know, check the major things like how many hours are on it. Most people will lie. You can set hour meters back. It's no big task to do it. So a lot of people will set them back and tell you there's 200 hours on this machine when there's really 1,200. So, you know, check things like the oil, look for deposits in the oil, metal shavings, things like that. Look and see how clean the mower is. If it's a mower that has not been beat or abused and it's been taken care of, it'll probably be pretty clean when you go to look at it. And you can tell how well people take care of their equipment. Look at their truck that they tow their trailer with. If it looks like a garbage dumpster, that's probably how they treat their equipment as well. Major things you want to check: spindles on the deck. Look and see if they're loose. Look at the blades. Flip the deck up, look at the blades. If there's gouges, big chunks taken out of the blades, or if they're bent, then you know they just ram that mower into shit. They ride over everything, pay no attention to anything, and you'll know how the equipment's been treated. But anyway, the point I'm getting at is buy used. Take care of it, maintain it, grease it, change the oil in it, and just run that for your first season. Run all that equipment for the first season. If it costs you a few $100, my first year I bought 2 walk behinds. One was a belt drive Skag, the other is a hydro button, and phenomenal mowers. I took a friend with me that knew exactly what he was looking for. I did landscaping for years, but I always worked for someone else. I took a friend with me that has a landscape company in my area, and he knew what to look for mechanically wise on these mowers, and we looked at a few and we found a couple good ones. So I paid about $600 for the belt drive and about $700 for the hydro. Halfway through the season, well, long before halfway through the season, it turned out good in my favor. Both pieces of equipment were paid for. At the end of the season, they were both in great condition. Sure, I'd love to go buy new mowers, top of the line, but why? Both those mowers are paid for, and now going into the next season, they don't owe me a thing. Everything I make off those mowers is all profit. I don't have the mower payments like a lot of these guys have. You know, if say you make $15,000 your first year starting off, you start off small and, you know, do some basic lawn, some mulching, things like that. You make $15,000 your first year. You have an $8,000 mower that you're making payments on. So how much money did you really make? Me, where I don't have to pay payments on my equipment, I made $15,000. You, that have an $8,000 mower you're making payments on, you made $7,000. That's the difference. So if you have good equipment, you can find good equipment used, and it's not just mowers, it's a lot of other things that come into play, any of your equipment. Find a cheaper way to buy it. You can buy a lot of good equipment used. Enough beating up on that. insurance. The average homeowner is getting so much smarter these days. I've gone to many houses where people have asked for it. A lot of companies in the past, if you do churches or stores or businesses, a lot of commercial properties, you have to have insurance. If you can't provide insurance, they won't even let you bid on their property. It's just the way it works. You may get a little rinky-dink business here or there that's privately owned and they don't care, and they'll just let you do whatever if you give them a good price. But now a lot of homeowners are getting smarter. This past season, 2013, I was called to a lot of different houses for tree work, mulch jobs, hedge trimming, even mowing. And as soon as I showed up on the property, first thing they asked me was, do you have insurance? Can you prove it? And do you have a license? Yes, I do. And proof right there, show it to them, and that's a new customer. It's that simple, and it's not that expensive. A lot of people worry about insurance. You can get, I don't know, you can get a basic liability plan, business plan, for under $600, which is a $1 million policy in certain areas. I mean, I'm in New York, and stick a fork in New York, it's done. They rape you on everything, and businesses are very hard to keep in New York, especially small business. It's very, very trying, very challenging, and landscaping is a very competitive business as it is. There's one on every corner, and every guy that gets fired from his factory job or laid off says, I'm going to mow lawns. Most of them last a year, and they're done, but it's very competitive, so it's already hard. So look into insurance and find there's companies out there that will write you decent policies. I went through the same people that my homeowner's insurance, my car insurance is through. I went to my insurance agent. He found me one through another company that does business insurance, small business insurance, and that's the way to go. Be smart, protect yourself. If a rock even flies out of your mower and goes through somebody's picture window, you're screwed, and they will come after you for everything. If you don't have insurance, they take everything. So protect yourself. It's not that hard. As far as being licensed, my DBA took 10 minutes of my time and cost me $30. How hard is that? It's not like you gotta go down there every year and renew it. You have your license. There's probably 18 landscape companies in my area, and I can go on the website for New York State, DBA website, punch in their name, and tell you right now if they have a license or not. 80% of them don't. They put their business on their name, find someone to print them graphics, stick it on the side of their truck, and down the road they go. And everyone under the sun thinks they're legal. They're not. Horrible way to do business. Horrible way to put yourself out there. So do it the right way. You know, and as far as doing things the right way, that gets me into, no matter what area you're in, you're going to find companies that undercut the crap out of every other landscape company just to try to get the business. It's the same way in my area. There's a handful of them that do it. A lawn that I wouldn't touch for under 30 a week, they'll go in there and mow it for 15 a week. Or they'll throw some oddball number out and mow for $12 a week. Why? That's dumb. You're not making any money at all. These are companies that just want to get as much business as they can just to pay their bills. If you want to grow your business, I want to grow. I want to create a large business. For lack of a better term, I want to create an empire. And someday I want my kids to be able to take my business that I've created and run with it if that's what they choose to do. I don't want to just survive. I don't want to just live. I want to grow. You got to have prices. You got to be firm on your prices. Don't drop them. Landscaping isn't auctioning. You know, don't let the customer knock you down your price. Stick firm to your price, and you're gonna be just fine. Cutthroating isn't ever going to get you anywhere. You may be happy you're picking up a bunch of lawns. So what? You're not making any money at it. You can do 20 lawns, I can do 10 and make double what you're making and work half as hard. People see your work, you do a good job, you're dependable, you're there all the time, you're going to make that money and you'll be fine. Cutthroat in prices, dropping them way down to try to get the business, it's not going to do anything for you. I've been doing it a long time, and I watch companies drop off left and right, or they drive the same crappy trucks every year, the same falling apart equipment breaking down all the time because they just don't make the money. You see them out all the time. They're always mowing lawns, excuse me, but they don't make the money to stay in this industry. Let's see what else. Firm on your prices. Another thing, answer your phone. I get business left and right, and one of the first things customers say to me is, wow, somebody finally answers their phone. It's very, very common from here to across the world. Landscapers don't answer their phone. It's so common, it's ridiculous. And you answer your phone, you're going to get more and more business just because you answer that phone. I hear it all the time. I deal with a lot of other landscapers in my area. There's some great guys in my area, great landscapers, do phenomenal jobs. Some of their issues are they don't answer the phone. They see an unknown number, like, oh, I'll let it go to voicemail, and then I'll call them back. You know what? They're not going to leave a voicemail. When someone's looking for landscaping services, they call. You don't answer, they go right to the next number on the internet, right to the next number in the phone book. That's it. It's over. They don't call you back. They don't leave a voicemail. They don't have time. Landscaping isn't somebody has done because they're in dire need of it. Landscaping is a luxury. They have it done because they don't have the time to do it, or they don't feel like doing it. Which is another reason why you need to be firm on your prices. They're not looking for the cheapest guy out there. They're looking for somebody that's going to do a good job and be dependable and be there every week. Or in general, be there when you say you're going to be there. Stay focused on one thing. There's landscapers in my area. Some of them do landscaping. They do plumbing. They do electrical. They build decks. They this, and this. You get focused on too many things, you're being pulled in 100 different directions. You can't focus on a business and make it grow when you have 4 completely different industries coming off of that same business. One, you're going to end up getting in trouble as far as keeping good records, managing everything, budgeting everything. You're going to have problems down the line. And 2, some of those jobs take a lot more of your time, and you're stuck there when you need to be in other places at the same time. You're being pulled in a million different directions. You're setting yourself up for destruction. If you want to do a couple little things in carpentry industry, that's fine. You want to tie that into landscaping as far as doing patios, sidewalks, outdoor lighting, things like that. Good. You can do that. But when you start getting into building decks, building additions, wiring houses, putting up pole barns, things like that, and then trying to mow lawns and do mulch at the same time, you're asking for problems. If you're a magician and you can somehow make it happen, more power to you. I wish I could do it. I watch over and over again different people that have the issues with trying to do too many things at one time. Find something you like, find something you're good at, and stick with that. If landscaping is your thing, great. Make sure you take care of your customers. Once you build that customer base, take care of them. It's not just a one-time customer. It's not, great, I got the customer. It's not that simple. You have to keep that customer. Like I said, there's so much competition in this industry. They'll leave. They'll bail on you. It's not going to make a bit of difference. They'll go to the next guy like you weren't even there. Do things. Holidays, it doesn't hurt, and it doesn't take, if you're out there getting the business and you're making money, it doesn't take that much money. Send them, even just send them a letter. Type up a letter on a computer for different holidays, send it to them. Hope you're enjoying your holidays. You can have things printed. I go through the company that does my business cards, and I have these printed. Just a simple card, happy holidays, Countryside Lawn Care. Send it out. That's it. And I sign my name on the back to make it a little more personal, and out it goes. It's little things like that that most landscapers don't do that will give you that edge and help you to keep your customers. A promotional thing in the summertime, very simple. It will make you money. I don't know why people don't do this. It's so simple. I have a referral program, and I've recommended it to other landscapers I know, and this is it. It's hard to see on this camera. It's my letterhead with a small letter explaining what the program is and a coupon at the bottom. The program is, if you are an existing customer of mine and you refer me to a friend, a family member, a neighbor, so on and so forth, and they hire me on for mowing service, your next weekly mow is free. Let's say I mow your lawn for $25 a week. Your neighbor has the same size lawn and I'm doing theirs for $25 a week now. Giving you that free week, I just lost $25. But I just gained an entire season of $25 per week for your neighbor, friend, or family member. Where did I lose money? I didn't. I gained a ton of money. It's that simple. And all that I ask my customers to do is, when I mail your monthly invoice, cut this coupon off and mail it in. As long as that customer signed up with me, you get that free week of mowing. My current customer's happy because they're getting a free week of mowing. Now I have a chance at a new customer. Weekly mowing, possible mulch, hedge trimming, tree work, snow plowing. I'm getting all of that, and all I'm giving up is that one mow a week for that current customer. It's simple, right? You would think people would do it. So many people I've told about it, and they said, I'm not mowing for free, I'm not working for free. Well, you're the fool. It's that simple. It's just basic things to help you out, and these things can be done very easily. Another little thing, the company that prints my decals on the side of my equipment, my trucks, I had them make me these small decals, very small in size, just my logo with the phone number on the bottom. Friends and family, I gave it to them. They put it on the back window of their vehicle. Excuse me. Yes, I'm drinking sweet tea out of a mason jar. I'm a redneck, don't mock me. Anyway, I gave it to friends and family. They put it on the back window of their car. There's got to be 30 cars that I have those stickers on. They're driving around all the time, out shopping, out doing whatever they're doing, out to dinner. People see that on their cars every time they pass a car. That's free advertisement from me. And they cost me, I think, $3 a piece, $2, $3 a piece, something like that, to have those made. So that's free advertising from me when other people are driving around. Very simple things you can do. As far as the marketing goes, you have to, I should have based more or focused more on this in the beginning of this video, but finding things that work for you. Let me tell you something. The first thing everybody wants to do starting off a business, whether it's landscaping or not, probably just seems more common to me with landscaping, is people make flyers. You come up with this little idea on your computer, print them off. You can print 1,000 of them for next to nothing. Don't do it. Pretty much every state it's illegal in. You can find, go on USPS, United States Postal Service website, go to your state and find out exactly what the laws are. Most states, you cannot put a flyer inside a mailbox taped to the outside of the mailbox anywhere in the mailbox, or it is illegal. They will show up at your door and fine the crap out of you. You will pay outrageous amounts of money. Not to mention, when customers get these flyers, they pull them from their mailboxes or wherever, and the first thing they think is, look at this cheap bastard, he can't even afford postage. And they're not going to hire you. That's how it works. I've done it. I tried it. I've talked to so many other landscapers that have done it, and they said, oh, I wish we knew you were doing it. We'd have warned you in the first place. Yeah, waste of time. You drive around burning up fuel, throwing them in mailboxes, which you can put them in newspaper mailboxes. That's what I did. I didn't do it the illegal way. I knew about that ahead of time. I put them in newspaper mailboxes. That, they can't touch you. It's not a federal mailbox. They can't touch you. But either way, don't do it. It's a waste of money, a waste of time. Pretty much any printing company, and it'll cost you a little bit of money. It's not that bad. I had 1,500 of them made for, I think, like $260, $270. they made me these oversized postcards, all gloss, very nice. Same company I use for my business cards, which is Vistaprint, by the way. If you don't already know about that company, check them out. They're fantastic. Pretty much everybody I know uses them for multiple different businesses. But I use them. And then you can go on the United States Post Office website and do a thing called EDDM, Every Door Direct Mail. Once you get these printed, then you go on USPS's website and they will tell you everything you have to do. They'll tell you about the logo that you have to, or the postage marking you have to have printed on these things. So make sure you check that out before you have them printed, because you have to have the postage printed on them already. And once that's done, you print out the forms from the website, you attach them to these oversized postcards or whatever you want to call them that you're going to have mailed out, and then you take them to the post office. You can select on their website the exact neighborhoods you want to target. So if you currently mow in this neighborhood, but there's this middle one that you don't do anything in, you're wasting drive time, target that neighborhood. That way you're not missing anything and you have a constant flow of clients. Go on their website, pick those ones, select off. It'll tell you exactly how many houses and how many businesses are in that neighborhood. And you'll know exactly how many of your flyers, well, postcards you need for that place. And then you bundle them up, take them to the post office, and give them to them. And they deliver them for you. It's like 16 cents a piece. So I spent like $200 something there too. So for a total of like $500 roughly, a little under, I'm going to hit over 1,400 houses that are going to get my mailer. And it's glossy, it has everything I do on there, all my contact information. It's original. That's the one thing you want to do, be different. Everyone sends the same damn mailer. It has their business name and says, oh, we do mulch mowing, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Okay, be different. Do something different. Don't try to be the comedian and be overly funny, because you could put something on there that offends somebody. Now you're screwed. Just do something a little different. Don't use multiple colors. Keep it simple, but make yours a little different than everybody else's. A lot of people just imitate their business card right out of their flyer. So go in a pizza shop, go in a grocery store, go in wherever, and look at people's business cards. That's pretty much what they're going to make their flyer look like. Mine doesn't. Just make it a little different so that you stand out. Get those sent out, and now people get these in the mail, and they look at them and say, oh, that's nice, you know. And obviously you paid postage because the mailman delivered it. I have had customers that have called me in the past to come and do work on their property, and they'd seen me doing work at a neighbor's house or on another street, and they liked the way the mulch looked. They liked the way the lawn looked after I mowed it. And you know, in talking to them, I said, yeah, ways back I flyered this neighborhood, put my flyers out, and the guy knew right away. He says, yup, I got your flyer. I didn't call you because you flyered my house. He goes, I thought it was a little inappropriate and a little unprofessional. He said, so I didn't call you. Now he's a customer. I have him. He's very happy with the work that we do. And as long as I continue to do it, I'll have him as a customer for life. But be that different, and don't waste money in areas where it's not going to work. There's a lot of local newspapers where you can do a little here, do a little there for different prices. Some newspapers are more expensive than others. You can find like a local Sentinel, Penny Saver. Most neighborhoods have them, and they run pretty cheap, $15 a week for your ad. I've gotten a little bit of success from that, not much. Some people print out door hangers, which Vistaprint also does that. I'm not trying to promote Vistaprint. You can use whoever you want. It's just who I've used. I have 3 published books, and they did all of my marketing for that, as well as my landscape company. They've just been phenomenal to me and to other people I know. That's why I use them. But door hangers, and they go door to door and hang them on the doors. That's worked for some people. They, They say that the interaction with people that actually do answer their doors worked out well. Some people get irritated when you come up on their property and hang things on their door. Some people don't like it, especially high-end neighborhoods, which ideally is where you want a lot of your customer base to be. Be prepared. People with a lot of money don't like to spend it. They think that every landscape company is an episode of Yard Crashers. You're going to come in there with 100 people and leave 8 hours later and reform their entire property. I have some customers in high-end neighborhoods that are phenomenal. Best people you would ever want to do work for. And some, not so much. But those people in particular do not like people coming up on their property, just walking up on their yard. They don't like it at all. But for some people it's worked. I've talked to people that have great success off it. I mentioned so much on the Every Door direct mailer, because I know so many people that have done it and it has worked phenomenal. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about it. But you got to try different things for your neighborhood. Some areas, some regions have a lot more landscape companies than others. Some have less, and your competition will be lower. That's pretty much it for now. I'll make another one. I looked and looked for so many different things when I was trying to start off landscaping. I live in a small town. I'm near Niagara Falls, New York. When I started off and I tried learning as much as I possibly could, all I found were videos for New York City, Chicago, Miami, California. Those demographics are completely different than mine. They're big cities, big, huge neighborhoods. I'm a small town guy, small town area, with some nicer neighborhoods. So I needed something that applied more to me. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, I hope this has helped you. One last thing I'll tell you before you go. If you want to be a businessman, or woman, there's women in my area that have landscape companies do very well for themselves. If you want to be in business, and especially this type of business, leave your ego at home. Leave your pride at home. I go out every day, whether I'm plowing snow, mowing grass, doing mulch, whatever, hedge trimming, tree work. I go out every day hoping I'm going to learn something different. The second you think that you know everything about your industry, you're done. You're going to stop growing at that point. There's no way you can know everything, and there's different techniques that are changing every single day. I have friends of mine that own landscape companies. I call them all the time. How do I do this? What's a quicker way to do this? I need to take this here and put it over there, but I don't have the piece of equipment to do it. What should I do? And they help you all the time. And I have guys that ask me, I did a job that was just like that. How did you do it? And I told them how I did. And they said, oh man, that would have been so much easier. I didn't even think about it. Go out every day expecting to learn something. Don't be egotistical. Leave your pride at home. You can always learn everything, and especially landscaping industry, things change every day. Different products you use, different ways you do things, different equipment. You can learn every day. So I hope this helped you out. Even just a little piece of it may have helped somebody out. Remember one thing, if you don't follow your dreams, you're going to spend the rest of your life working for somebody that did. So if being a landscaper is what you want to do, go do it.